Me and my buddy Alan doing solo Baston, single stick to single stick drills from Arnis or Kali or Eskrima. Here we were performing Amerasian martial arts, private lessons, working on our flow drills, single stick patterns, and here we are in single Sinawali. From single Sinawali we were in long range, and then we break into a closer range. This is one flow pattern for drilling. Then there's another pattern we went into. That's a transition. Here's the other drill. Upward punyo from the backhand line. There's the way to get out of that drill. Here's another drill. Punyo sumbrada, or regular back and forth. I go, he goes. Here we break out of the pattern again. That's the cue for him to do is swipe my hand away. Then we go into single Sinawali again. With the single stick, I break out a long range in the middle range. Here, re-show how I did it. From single Sinawali, we transition into Sumbrada, which is sort of a counter then strike flow. So right lead, weapon in the right hand. We're exploring where to enter, what way we might break into the next range near the person. Always moving in. There's a quarto range, close quarters. So the full spectrum of this exercise is going from long range into close range, recognizing drills we could do at each range and points we could transition to change the range, points we can cue our partner to perform certain skills. We'll try to speed it up, get to the meat and potatoes part. I like to talk a lot. Sorry. Let's get to the flow. Come on. Here's Sabayan, the drill I like to demonstrate. Brings out the palm up and palm down position. I feed him overhead attack like in HuBud. He would parry and throw a high backhand. So we did the upward punyo, and then here is the high backhand punyo. There's a downward, a upward, a backhand. 3 types. There's the upward. The upward is a backhand also, but it comes from low. The low chamber position. You could also swing your stick out. There's the upward punyo. There's the high chamber position, downward punyo. After each shot, stick goes back to a chamber position. That's the procedure. With Sabayan, there's a backhand shot that comes up to the temple of the other person, who attacks with a downward punyo. So there's going to be a flow drill here, which is different than HuBud. It brings out this palm up position and also the palm down position. Palm up or palm down or fingers. Just notice my hand position. That serves the purpose of a block. The person needs to know this that's going to do the drill with you. There it is. See the move? Palm up. The palm works on each side. And this is what is different. I think I've got a ton of repetition with people doing just this. And this is different. Sabayan is different than this. After you come out from a low point here, you're not going to stay there. In Sabayan, you bring it back here. We don't have a lot of repetition, except if you think about HuBud. You do. Your hand comes from low, and it stops up by your shoulder. So actually, it's a good comparison. Try it again on camera. So yeah, you do practice in our whole, what we do. You do practice getting your stick from a low chamber to a high chamber. Think about that. Because in Sabayan, the same thing happens. You attack here. I go from a low chamber to a high. You shoot down here. Now I've brought my stick back here. Instead of me keeping it here, alright, I brought it back here, which now, there's the 3 steps. It lets you do the same thing I just did in 3 steps. You're going to block and come attack high from a low position up here. There's step 1 for me. I'm going to block here. 2 here. Now after the 3 steps, we start in the same position, but it's my turn. 1, 2, 3. Now it's your turn. You might do HuBud. You might not want to do this and stay here with me, but we can for practice. You pass it on the outside. Pass it. Right, your hand's not on the inside. And previously in Puno Subrata, we would pass and we would hunt for the feel and neck, right? You can kind of add that in there if you like. But you're going to focus on getting my hand up here. And I'm going to come down here. And you pull your hand back, right? And now, pass it. That's fine. You're going to let it go. And focus on attacking. Because you're not just going to block and focus on block. Now it's focus on block and attack. Right? Go on and touch my rib if you can. You get a chance. There you go. Now we could just do HuBud and not think about what we're doing. Just go on.
Notice how the person on the left, their left hand monitors when Sabayan is going on. Here's a HuBud flow. Sabayan, we break into it. There the hand monitors.
HuBud, something changed.
Notice the side step shifting
like this
position.
also on your arm instead of like this. Keep going.
The left hand learns to guard against the stick of the other opponent in the arm. See there.
Right. What I found with Enrique